I'm going to show you how to adjust the trigger on the Hatsan Hercules bully. First thing you have to do is remove the stock. To do that, you press this button, pull the stock all the way out, remove this, carefully remove these springs, and that's that. Now take a 5mm Allen wrench, here and here. I loosen them up before removing them just to not put binding pressure on the stock. This is a long screw. And now we're ready to remove the stock from the action here. The Hatsan Hercules bully is obviously a bullpup. So the triggers move forward, but all of our adjustments are back here. So these two screws are the ones we're going to be adjusting, primarily this one. Now, before we do any adjusting, we want to get a baseline for the trigger. Now, if I weren't having to hold this gun as we do this, so that you can see it properly, I would normally just test the trigger and lower the lever back forward. I can't do that here, so we'll just pull the trigger normally. £5, 8.5 ounces. £5, 12 ounces. And 4.9 ounces. The average is 5 pounds, 5 ounces. So that gives us a baseline to start from. Now, these are the two triggers these are the two screws we're going to be adjusting. And we're going to pay special attention to this rear one. Now, when I screw it in, I'm going to turn it to the right. I think we can do a full turn to begin with here. Now that pushes that screw through and raises the sear, making it closer to the release point here. So let's try it now. £5, 2 ounces. Let's do one more. £5, 3 ounces. So we've got to go further in here. So that was a full turn. We're going to just do half turn increments, and we'll see what that does. £5, 4 ounces. So we need to do, well, do another one there. So we'll do one more half turn and test it out here. Okay, 4 pounds, 1 ounce. I think we're starting to see a little bit of a increase here. So I'm going to start with a quarter turn. £3, 11 ounces. Let's do another quarter turn. £2, 14 ounces. We're really going to see how far down we can go and still have the trigger be safe. So we're getting down to near the limit, so I'm just going to do 1/8 of a turn there. Now 1 pound, 15 ounces. Let's do another 1/8 of a turn and see if the sears will still engage here. And they do, the trigger cocks. But the gun goes off at 8 ounces. Now you may think, oh, well, that's great. This is a wonderful trigger. See, but it's not engaging here. So we have to back it off. Let's go back just 1/8 of a turn and see where we're at. So we're back to 1 pound, 14 ounces. If we want, let's just turn it just a hair. See where we're at. 1 pound, 5.8 ounces. Now this is a pretty light trigger and it's engaging. And I can't make it fire with my hand, but I want to make sure the trigger's safe, so I'm going to give it the mallet test here. And it went off. That means that if I drop this gun, there's a good chance that it'll go off on its own. So we need to back this screw out just another hair there. And we'll see where we're at on the gauge. You know, we're back at 1 pound, 15 ounces. Let's see if that's safe. It's not safe, folks. So we're going to back it off another 1/8 of a turn, maybe. A little bit more. And we're just going to give it the mallet test. See, if I hit it like this, nothing happens. I hit it like this. And it, well, fires. So again, you know, just 1/8 of a turn there. Okay, I'm hitting it pretty well with the heavy mallet, and it seems to be safe. So let's see where we're at, poundage-wise. So 2 pounds, 15 ounces. Now let's go ahead and put the gun back together. The thing you need to be careful of here is the fill port cover. It's a thin piece of metal, and you know, it's what moves. When you cock the gun, it moves backwards and lets you fill the air tank. When you put on the stock, this fits really snugly. So just take and make sure it slides over there, and then it's going to want to catch again right here. So push that in there again and make sure the stock doesn't catch there. Now you can just slide the gun back together. Pop that screw in. I'm not going to snug it up. I'm not going to tighten it. I'm just going to get it in there a little snug. Then once I get the gun snugged in, I can start to tighten it a little bit. We just don't want to put any binding pressure, so I like to kind of toggle back and forth between the two screws. Now, we put the cheek piece back on, put in the spring there, spring there. Now this piece goes in like this, not like that. So we set that in, push it down, and we can just drop the comb back on like that. And you're ready to go shoot. Thanks for watching.